but you can try.
You can try.
The risk is on you because it's your call. If you get kidnapped here, it's your own problem. If you lose, I'm not gonna be able to help much. Gonna be honest.
So Vasul definitely knows when a fight can't be won.
We are heavily outnumbered, and there's no one in this town willing to
But
help.
you do have a lot of gold.
We have a lot of money.
And you're not really planning to do anything else with it.
Does there happen to be like an adventurers guild nearby?
No.
Is there a mercenary guild?
Nope. The city of Adara has no recognized military force besides its guards anymore after the Treaty of the Isle of Man.
King's Head's usually full of strong people, right?
Yeah.
Well, we have a choice.
What'd you say, Justin?
The King's Head, the place right across the street, it's usually full of strong people.
Let's go to the King's Head then.
It had a level 20 in it, the one we went to in another town.
Alright, as you kind of start to walk out and you look across the street, there's the building there is a simple anvil with a sword on the sign. And what the party just realized is that the King's Head is actually a teleporting, multi-dimensional realm that Zelm runs.
So it's not here.
Nope. Awesome. It's in Cardissia right now.
Well, I'm gonna miss you, Falben. It was good.
Listen, if the odds weren't super stacked against us,
the odds are so stacked against us.
Go leave a note there saying, "I'm sorry, but you might want to return him to Naza. He might be worth something to her. Bye."
I'm tempted to send Vasul elsewhere and go there alone and tell them that and just walk away. I really am.
That is an option.
You
could also try and find out where they're located.
Stealth mission, stealth mission.
Dude, no. We both have a +0 to stealth.
Motherfuckers couldn't stealth to save your life.
I have a disadvantage, too.
He has a disadvantage.
I'm gonna give them a moment to think about while I grab a protein bar.
Can I prestidigitate the ropes off me yet?
You're being tortured. You don't have any focus at all to cast a spell.
I'm gonna die.
Hunter, what's the call here? What's the call, man? We can't communicate with anybody that could help us.
Well, they did say the guard captain might help you, but...
They said he could do it, not that he would. They said he was strong enough to do something, not that he would actually help us.
You have the money for it. He might do it for, like...
Bribe a guard captain. I'm sure this will go great.
And then again, these are a bunch of CR8, people.
Well, that's the average person. There's someone stronger leading them.
Yeah, we don't have a chance. Only us two. We'd have to either leave, recruit, and come back.
Hunter, if we leave, he's gonna die. DM said he would die tonight if we didn't go.
Yeah.
So we have to leave him or try to attack with just the two of us. That's the call.
And it's not like we can stealth him out because we're just suck at that.
There's no fucking way we can stealth. We are two tanks. This isn't what we're good at. What's the call, Hunter? Do we save the man we barely know, or do we go?
By the way, you guys wouldn't get any of my magic items, so the banner is also gone.
That's okay. It's not worth me dying over. And that axe, neither me or him can use the axe effectively, so we don't need that either. You have nothing we could need.
I was just making sure you knew.
Hunter, make the call. We could try to talk to him, I guess.
We could. I think we should. I think negotiations should.
We could at least go to the midnight thing and see what they want with you before leaving if everything goes south.
Yeah, all right. We'll try that and just have a way to escape because I missed the step. I could just
I can fly. I can just fly in the sky the moment things go bad. I can be like, all right, boom.
Fly and then dash fly to get more distance.
Because since Misty Step can be used as a bonus action, I could dash my way away and then do a Misty Step away even further.
Hunter, I wish you wore this armor. You would have been a flying Loxodon.
You would have been more impressive and more terrifying.
Fair though, his armor would have been much lower because it is a breastplate. He would be losing 5 armor.
But he could find a blacksmith that might work on it.
Not
at a higher level.
It's legendary armor.
It's literally god armor, dude.
No, it's not god armor. He wore it before he ascended. It's not his.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not divine armor. It's just an armor he used to wear.
Yeah.
It's a god's armor. It's not god armor.
Well, it belonged to a god.
Yeah, there's a difference between the two words. So I guess negotiations. We'll give it a shot.
Well, we're gonna give it a shot.
Okay.
Make sure Vasul hides in a building.
We have all day for prep. What are we doing to prep? Or are we just kind of waiting until...
I don't really see how much there is to prep.
You
No,
could also try and find out where they are, and then
Well, we
burn
already
the
know
building
where
down.
we already know where they're gonna be.
Oh, he meant their base, but that's not going to help us because we're not going to be able to raid their fucking base with 2 people.
No, you just burn it down. You light a fire at both entrances, kill the ones that jump out.
You're giving
they're
us
gonna
the
take
okay
damage.
to just burn the. We have nothing to burn it down with though. There's nothing we can buy to burn it down in the town because everything's banned.
You can
Please
buy
help.
alcohol and cloth.
Hunter, do we want to try and burn this thing down? Dude, just want to burn it.
I have a yeah. Let's burn it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I love my stupid idea.
Well, Cameron gave us the okay to burn down their stronghold, so we're doing this, I guess.
You do have to find their stronghold.
Yeah, we're gonna try. If we can't find it, then we're gonna go to the meeting at midnight.
So what's your plan on finding it?
Well, first we gotta buy alcohol and
We're going to
rations.
get alcohol and cloth first, yeah, and something.
All
like
right,
this.
you can remove a single gold piece for it for up to 10 bottles of alcohol and 10 things of rags.
Hunter, I will remove gold. I got it.
All right.
Awesome.
So we have 10 Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
Pretty much.
All right. What are we doing to find these guys? What's the game plan? We got a day. I doubt it. I don't think it's that hard, seeing as they're kind of just moving around town in a wagon. Someone has to.
Did you guys asking around? Did you hear a wagon with a screaming half elf pass by?
Cameron, hush.
He was screaming. He did say he was screaming. He
Yeah.
did indeed.
Yeah, we definitely would have heard it at least. Do we know the general direction that they went, even though they probably could
Towards the
change?
gate you guys came into.
Well,
So they are indeed outside of town somewhere.
Or they were somewhere in the city and they were just heading in that general direction to go circle the town.
I guess we'll just start walking in that direction then.
Okay.
Yeah. So
As you start walking around, you do see a few other Loxodon as you walk around. I will say that there are a few extras walking in the city. One does wear full black armor. Similarly, the guards better suited for his size. But as you walk around, you see merchants doing their daily business. A few that work, or a few brothel owners working around or walking around talking to some of the local women to see if they're interested in coming and working. You see merchants shouting for their goods, guards walking about. What do you think of talking to?
The brothel workers, because they're probably mostly up at night as well.
Okay. So as you go up to one of the humans who has really long red hair, wears like little golden accessories in it. She's about roughly 6 foot tall, very muscular woman, wearing nobleman's clothing. She goes, Loxodon?
Flashbacks.
Yes.
Huh, good for you. And she looks at Voss. Good for you for climbing that tower.
okay, moving on.
Hold on. Ma'am, did you so happen to see a cart go by with a bunch of armored people,
we
black
see-
armor?
You see them every night. Why? There's tons of them. Don't you see they're walking around here? As she points to a guard.
Specifically, they have darker skin, and there might have been a screaming sound coming out of one of them.
What, you think because of the fact that you're a white Loxodon, you can talk badly about, black armored men?
Well, when they tried to kidnap him, I think
They tried to kill me and kidnap me, and it's not the black armor. It's that they weren't they weren't exactly the real guards. They were impersonators.
Oh, you mean the blackguard?
those guys.
Yeah, they're well known
those
around here. They've been working around these parts for a while. They're a well-known mercenary company.
You know where their base is?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Right.
Could you tell us?
Yeah. And she holds out her hand in front of her.
I'm gonna sigh and give a pouch of 50 gold.
She nods and goes, "Oh, I would have told you for 1 gold." Puts it in her pocket.
I have some money to burn.
Yeah, they're right outside of town. They have a camp set up right now. They're getting ready to head off to, last I heard, the Duragarlands to continue the crusade of the Isle of the Humans to avenge Idara or something like that.
All right, let's go, Vasul. We know what we gotta do.
Just as a heads up, their leader is a rather large Loxodon. Be careful.
That's fine. We know what we're doing.
Yo, what if that Luxodon with the black armor was actually?
I mean,
Why?
do you want to try to talk to the Loxodon?
He's
and
gone.
if they
You don't
bad,
even see him anymore.
You know what? Let's ditch the burning idea just for now.
No,
All right.
You want to talk to them, and if everything goes bad, I'll start throwing cocktails.
Yes, that's if the things go awry.
Yeah, I'll wait like in the back, far away from everyone while you talk. And
All
I'll
right.
see.
Boss is slowly switching to chaotic.
That's fine. This is all for the sake of getting rid of the enemy who tried to kill my friend.
All
Just-
right. Guess it's time to head over.
As you kind of go to the gate, the guard looks at you and goes, "Alright, did you fuck any dogs?" As he pulls out a checklist.
No.
Not that I remember.
Sleep with any relatives?
No.
Nope.
Burn any cities down?
No.
Not yet.
Wow.
Excuse
Well, that's
me?
still a no. That's still a no.
He goes back to his list. Did you cause any nuclear devices? What's a nuclear device? He turns to one of
I
the
don't know
guards.
what that.
I don't either. Alright. Anything like a black hole?
Nope.
No.
Did you eat, at all anything strange to turn you into a horny 1,000-year-old elf?
I don't believe
No.
so.
Okay. You're clear. Have a good day. As he kind of goes back to his station, opens up the gates. What was that, boss?
I said thank you kindly. I
Oh.
walked away.
He nods and kind of goes back to his work. And you hear him
Benzor
whispering.
was soul in the bushes rustling.
He whispers to one of his other guards, "What the hell is a nuclear device and why are we checking for it again?" The man goes, "Zilpip." And that's all you hear as you're walking out. Yeah. As you guys walk out, you can see pretty clearly there's a massive tent city about a mile away from the city of Adara that's just set up.
Now, I don't know if they're going to be angry that we came to them not before midnight.
We'll find out. We'll find out, I guess.
Remember,
Oh.
you always have planned burn everything down.
Yeah, the burn thing that was Cameron's idea, by the way.
Yeah, I
No,
just
I
our
heard.
plan.
you can burn it down.
All right. Are you guys just gonna walk straight there to the camp?
Yeah, we're gonna walk in.
Okay. Both of you
We're not going to walk in. I would definitely rather, walk up to outside the camp.
Yeah, we're gonna get their attention from outside first.
How are you gonna get their attention?
Probably that.
Trumpet.
Looking for Luxodons, I guess.
Trumpet. Do the trumpeting noise.
I feel like they would just see us. I don't know if they're sleeping though.
I mean, that'll definitely get their attention as the Loxodon's outside. That's
Yeah, it seems so.
Okay, so you're gonna toot your horn basically as you get closer.
No, I'm just gonna walk up. I want to see if they'll just notice me outright first before I start alerting people.
As you guys get closer and closer, nothing seems to happen.
The last thing I want to do is to, make some weird horn sound that their boss makes and have something very bad happen.
they know their boss isn't outside right now. Come on.
No, he's inside
Vasul and
torturing.
Vas,
prisoners.
give me perception
What?
checks, by the way.
Unless the boss starts screaming, that's also an option. I could yell.
Vasul and Vas, give me perception checks.
Uh,
Vasul, give me advantage because you do have for smell.
Well, 16 because passive.
16.
Awesome.
Vasul, you suddenly feel a knife at your throat. And Vas, as you
I-
turn, you see a very large, even taller than Vasul, standing at 12 feet tall, gray Loxodon.
Well, that's kind of rude. We just came to talk.
I knew I'd get attention this way. I told you.
He just kind of removes the knife from your throat and goes, "Drop the weapons and everything you own." He speaks in Loxodon to Vasul.
But what if Misty Step?
What level is Misty Step? Are you casting it?
2.
It's
Second level.
He dispels magic.
Wow!
Doesn't that take?
yeah,
Doesn't
that's-
dispel magic take time?
It is a
Yeah.
reactionary thing that he can't
No,
do.
counter spells
that's-
reactionary. Dispel magic is an action.
You are correct. Well, let me wait. Yeah, it is an action. All right, you are correct. However, it is instantaneous, so he does still get it off because it's a 6-second spell. So I am going to say that you are correct for right now, and I'll say that he does not. Thank you, Tren. Tren to the rescue. All right, as you get away. Yep, nope, Trent, you guys are right. All right, so as Vasul gets away, the guy looks at you kind of, the Loxodon looks at you kind of annoyed. But Vasul, as you turn and see him, you see on his belt, you recognize there are 7 Yuan-Ti skulls on his belt.
Oh.
Perhaps you and I can be friends. I noticed the skulls. I appreciate those.
He speaks in common so that Boss can understand him and looks down at Tiny Boss standing next to him and goes, "You're not even worth kidnapping."
Oh, that's kind of rude.
Are you the flying dwarf that attacked one of my guards?
It could be.
There's not many dwarves around these parts.
To be fair, he attacked me first.
How the hell do you fly?
Yes.
He just kind of sheathes his knife, which is more like a short sword, and he goes, "Please just follow me."
Okay.
As he goes, "By the way, my name is Rolmong."
Oh, nice to meet you.
Well met, Rolmong. I'm Vasul.
I know what clan you're from. Yeah, God. This is what I get for dealing with the Yoth these days, as he kind of rubs his eyes.
You know about my clan?
Yes, I'm familiar with your clan, every clan. God damn it, I'm one of the clan elders. Of course, that's my job to know what you lot are.
And why didn't you just... It comes to trying to kidnap him.
I wasn't trying to kidnap him. My men are idiots.
Yeah, I can't... It wasn't the best introduction.
Tell me about it. I've been listening to your elven friend talk to me for hours.
He insulted that.
I have him gagged in a room right now.
Yeah, we can...
I legit threatened to let one of my guards have their way with him, and he still didn't shut up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He looks over at Vasul and goes,
Started listing prices!
"How do you listen to a man? How do you deal with that?"
Oh, I don't.
We met him like a week ago. We haven't had time to think of how to deal with it.
Lucky you. Oh, man. Alright, well, he's healthy, and to a decent extent. He brings you into a very... As you come up to this about 30-foot tall tent, this is massive. Like, this is almost a circus tent. And as you walk in, you can see there are stuffed Yuan-Ti of all types along the wall. Skulls mounted, spears. You see Yuan-Ti weapons hung up on the wall mounted, completely destroyed. This man's carrying a lot of magic weapons as well.
It's beautiful.
And you see in the corner Feldman laying on the floor, completely gagged, tied up, and he is stuck in the skin. What looks to be like a sleeping bag, but it's the skin of a Yuan-Ti with a lot of cloth in it, so that he can't wiggle around.
Alright, Feldman, stop making noise. We're here and you're fine.
He nods, but keeps wiggling.
No, stop.
He's finding mild enjoyment in this.
Well, no.
I told him I'd feed him to my fish at this rate.
Don't worry, when we're here, we'll take him. We got
You know what? I'm just surprised that he's alive.
Yeah, he looks at Vasul and goes, 5,000 gold pieces if you want him back, otherwise I give him to my men.
Well, let's have our talks first about other things, and then we'll pay after.
Well, price still stands, but I don't blame you for not wanting to ungag him.
We'll deal with transactions after. I'll have them gagged for them.
He nods and goes, as he sits down in a rather large chair and he kind of snaps his fingers and two rather large chairs appear. They're cushioned, they're wood, they're very sturdy, and they're the size for a Loxodon. And he goes,
Nice.
And he snaps his fingers again, a little stepping stool goes next to one, and goes, for the short one.
I'll use it, but I could have flown to the chair, but this is fine.
Yeah, well, you scare my men every time you pop those wings. One of them's traumatized. You know that man has literally killed a Yuan-Ti prince, and you managed to traumatize him with a flying, yelling dwarf. Good. Truly, my respect goes out to you. Yes. Anyways, yes, what was I saying? The reason I was bringing you here, besides my men being idiots, also they stole a lot of blasting powder. Can I ask, what were you gonna do with all that blasting powder?
It wasn't ours. It
That's
belonged
that's his.
to the elves.
He
Mm.
looks
These
down
are-
at Falba and goes, "You're not getting that back." As he turns back to Vasul and goes, "Okay, two things. Firstly, sell this elf. Not worth your time. Secondly, how do I explain? I've been gathering Loxodon to form our own nation.
Oh, what a coincidence! I was almost thinking about doing the same thing.
I will be right back.
That's fine. One of the Northern Isles, okay. One of the northern islands off of the Isle of Man is being raised by a few mages I've hired to create a new landmass. In exchange, we are paying them handsomely, and it will be large enough to sustain not only crops, but also won't have a link to the deep tunnels underneath all of the lands. The rock bottom roads, as these Vidan call them, as he looks at Voss. Thinking Voss is a Vidan, not realizing there's a difference in dwarves. And he goes, I have gathered so far 4 tribes, or clans, or whatever you want to call them. As one of the elders, and one of the only few that actually still has a clan in full tact, because I didn't get eaten by the Yuan-Ti, or Tarask Yuan-Ti, or Yuan-Ti of princes, or whatever the hell they want to call themselves these days. He looks around at the many of bodies, mounted up and everything, and goes, and my plan is to set something up. And my exchange was that I had heard about a white Loxodon from one of the older clans. I don't know if you even remember your clan's name, to be honest. You look like a youngling, so I wouldn't be surprised if you barely remember anything, to be at this point.
I was but 40 when my clan was dispersed. Murdered in the night, I escaped.
Oh.
And suddenly he's classically.
He looks at you and goes, interesting. Well, it tells me outright that you're, what clan you do come from. Well, you're welcome with us. I haven't found any survivors from your own, as of yet, but if I was a betting man, I'd say they're probably in the Holy Dwarven Empire. If any of them are left alive. Many of them went there for, many Loxodon have headed there for work in the, blacksmithies and, the, lumber yards. So, in exchange, you will be welcomed amongst us, but you will have to give up your days as an adventurer to serve on the island, as I will not be allowing any of our people to leave the island until we have set up proper. We will be building new schools to the magic, so that way we may train our own, build up fighting yards, and build up a castle and a city town, so that way we can guard our shores, so that way we are no longer ever taken advantage of by these damn Yuan-Ti. When our numbers rise high enough, I plan to launch an invasion of the Yuan-Ti lands and retake some of our lost artifacts.
You will have my hammer with you, but first I must complete the mission given to me by the Beast of Time.
Harouge, the only Loxodon still kicking that actually made something of themselves. I remember that young man. He was dumb as dirt, but he did well for himself, so truly intelligence isn't what ranks a man.
I follow him as a paladin. He gave me a mission to complete, and I will do so.
Well, I wish you luck then. You'll be welcome, but as I told you, once you arrive, you will not be leaving after that.
I understand.
The Blackguard shall serve at your beck and call if you should ever need him. As I've told any other Loxodon. Yes?
One of the things that Harouge asked me to do is find the Queen Adara.
He looks at you and goes, huh, good luck.
I take it that means you have no information then?
Oh, I have plenty of information for the right price. I am a mercenary after all.
What do you require?
Well, you take this, as he kicks Falbin in the head, elf with you. Let's say a favor.
Okay.
A reasonable favor?
He holds out his hand. It says, "Will you shake on it with your honor for your clan in your name?"
I must do what I must to serve my lord, so I will.
All right. As you shake hands, he goes, "Queen Adara was last seen in the Crimson City for where her body would remain. That's south of here, in the Raphael lands, what used to be House Raphael. There's a merchant who knows her very well, a woman by the name of Naza. Careful, though, she is a succubus."
Her again. Ugly fun.
And he goes, "Yeah, the Crimson City was the last place that Logolthus was seen before he left for the northern Iceland, so if anything, I'd start there. If you can't find anything there, well, I wouldn't recommend meeting with Logolthus. Last I heard, he has an army of undead that would make most liches cry."
I appreciate the information, brother.
He nods and goes, "One warning. If you do go to seek out Logolthus, remember something. Haruj was strong. That man makes Haruj look like a mouse."
Thank you for the information.
He
Do you
nods.
still require the 5,000 gold for the elf?
Just take him with you. I don't have an interest in keeping him. To be honest, although the men were interested in him, I think they were less interested when they found out he was a male. That doesn't mean they weren't interested still. Life as a mercenary can be rather celibate, as he smiles.
Understandable. Thank you again, brother.
He nods and says, "Also, please don't take the gag off of him until you get him out of my camp. I really don't want to hear that voice again."
I have half a mind to leave it on.
He pissed in my new cart. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that sounds alright.
Shame.
Pick him up.
Alright. As you go to pick him up and head out of the tent, the man goes, "By the way, when you're in the Crimson City, there's an old Loxodon artifact that's said to be buried in the tunnels. But be careful going for it."
Thank you.
He nods and starts working on some paperwork again. As you walk out, you see a few of the men eyeing you suspiciously, and one of them's kind of looking up at you. You see the man with the clouded over eye and the scar over it, over his right eye, and he sees Voss and kind of starts to back away back into his tent slowly.
You know, wasn't I the one who even initiated the intimidation?
Yeah, but it's Voss who scared the shit out of him and caused him to be terrified or have an issue against dwarves now.
Dwarves is scary.
Yeah.
Man, literally the double whammy.
Yeah, mate's not going near Voss. But the other men do seem to be eyeing Falbin. But as you guys head out of the camp, it is still midday in this area. What would you like to do?
Well, my
After we
cart
get out,
back.
we're gonna untie and ungag Falvin.
Alright, Falbin, you are ungagged and untied. You did get a long rest, so you are fully healed again. As you awaken, but you have only your items on you, which is your banner, your axe, and whatever other equipment was on your person. Your backpack was
I didn't
confiscated.
have the banner on my person.
Yeah, I know. They gave you
yes,
the
they did.
banner.
Okay.
But you don't have your backpack either now, so all that's gone.
Oh, I don't have my wagon. I still have my backpack
Nope.
because.
You don't have your backpack. They took that.
So they just handed me all this stuff to carry.
They let you keep your axe, they let you keep the banner, and they let you keep your other magical item, and that was it. So
It's,
whatever's on your
generous.
person, minus your backpack, you got to keep.
I gotta move all this stuff to equipment then.
Because they took all your shit. And they kept your wagon and ate the horses.
Did they at least let me keep my pan flute and my signet ring because those two are.
Nope. Everything in your backpack is gone, including your backpack. Your rations, your rope, your signet ring, your water skin, your bedroll.
Your banner.
You've got your banner, you've got the Crimson Bringer of Unholy Power, your clothes, your crossbow, your daggers, your jeweler's tools, your lantern, and your short sword. Everything else is gone. You are now a merchant who has to start over.
Falvin looks very depressed because that wagon was a gift.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get a new one, I guess.
It had a nice little workspace.
You also remember how many of the men were lusting after you for the other night.
I even listed prices for those services. They could have partook.
Oh God!
Walks back into the camp to earn that fucking thing.
No!
That was curious. How does this Alban think his body is worth?
I
It
mean, with a
depends on
score
what
like that, he's very dainty, so, you know, human males may think he is a woman.
2 copper. Take it or leave it.
Like the elf from the animations. Yeah. You know I'm a boy, right? Did I stutter? Oh, man. But yeah,
No, it's a gold for an hour.
As you're standing outside the camp, you can see the men are the mercenaries are going about their duty and starting to pack up their camp. You can see that one of them is clearly using a decanter of endless water to clean out your wagon. That is urine stained and is in there loading stuff up into it. But a few of them summoned
How
their
far
own steam.
away is that?
No, don't you dare!
About
I'm
200 feet from you.
I wouldn't be able to prestidigitate it clean if I wanted to from this distance.
You were gonna clean it for them?
Yeah, at this point, Falbin looks very depressed. He's not talking at all.
Falbin is now the best or worst merchant he could ever be. Because he has technically sold out of all his gear. Just not for the price he was hoping.
They
Question,
stole
does he still have his cash?
Yeah, he still got his money.
Alright, just making sure that he didn't lose that.
No, yeah, they didn't take his coin purse.
Alright, I guess, if nobody objects, we head to Crimson City.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go back to Naza.
As you guys are heading south, well, Crimson City is southwest, Raphael is southeast.
Well, to Crimson City, to find Naza.
Okay. Well, Naza's in Raphael.
Naza's in Raphael if you're trying to find her. That's where your friend got the armor.
Oh, for some reason I thought you said Naza was in the...
No. She is not.
Alright. I guess we go to Raphael first.
Okay.
She did. The Loxodon stated that she would be the last one to know where she was.
Where Adara was. Yep. Alright, so as you start heading out, I'm going to say, after a good while, you guys do make it, do end up getting a ride with a wagon from a farmer that was heading that direction. And as you lot make it to the outskirts of Raphael, we will come back next time for when Tren rejoins us with his new character. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. Again, for those watching on YouTube, this is a two-parter. Surprisingly, Felben lived. So, you know, he's so far making it through to the betting pool. Thank you all, and we will see you next time.